critical legal studies is like a huge piece of this book, but it's not all of it because, part of what I'm trying to do is track essentially two changes. So one is a change in the mission of law schools. The mission of law schools primary focus, I don't want to overemphasize it. It's not that it's no longer a focus, but the primary focus used to be we train professionals to serve their clients, right? Their goal, we just want to produce these lawyers who are doing good in society because they are helping to funnel diverse interests through predetermined processes governed by a set of laws. And that in and of itself is a noble profession, right?
Right.
Because it's a way, this is the way our society is organized to resolve disputes in an incredibly pluralistic world. So that was the emphasis. Now we move to, over the course of this 50 years, to what is a different emphasis, which is on students using the law to benefit the world in a very particular way, which is to obtain social justice, and social justice seen as helping marginalized groups gain power over those who had previously been in power. And it is kind of ironic when this moves out of Harvard into like mainstream, like where I teach. It's like my students are not going to be social justice warriors. The vast majority of them are just going out to serve some clients. And even they are being told at commencement, in orientation, throughout their classes, that the purpose of the law is to right these wrongs. And like they're not even going to have an opportunity to do that. They're like going to be representing a plaintiff against somebody who I don't know, like big, I don't know what they're going to do, but or real estate law or divorce law, or that's what my students are doing. So it's like,
so there's
disputes between businesses, like small businesses.
But how are they being trained then? So are they being at New York Law School? Are they being trained to be professionals to go serve clients? Or
So,
are they not, where do they get that training?
Right. I think, to a certain extent, the training comes, but it comes through, there's a lot more emphasis on clinical education, and clinical education tends to be, a focus on, those who are less powerful in the world. So, they get trained that way. But it's a recipe for kind of misery. If you think your purpose in life is to right social wrongs and you end up going out into the world and you're just serving clients who may be, sometimes good, sometimes not good, who knows? The traditional idea is we don't know in the law, the traditional idea is the law itself determines who's right. You as lawyer are not the gatekeeper. You just help your client have access to the system that sorts rights, responsibilities, resources. And now it's your self-worth has to do with whether or not you are substantively serving society by serving good clients. So, by helping good clients manipulate the law to their benefit rather than, allowing whatever, big oil, tobacco, whatever, to have all the power.
You said your self-worth, that's how you get your self-worth. Can we substitute for that something like that's what it means to be a good lawyer?
Yes, that's what it means to be a good lawyer.
So I'm trying to understand this. It seems like there's a mismatch between what law students are learning in law school and what the job market for lawyers makes available to them.
Yes.
Is that right? Or is it the case? Because I assume some people from law school go into corporate law and do all kinds of, whatever white shoe law, whatever it's
right.
called. And other people do social justice work
right.
in nonprofits, for
right.
example. Do all law students now get trained for nonprofit work and then try to make it in the corporate world? Do they not go to the corporate world?
Yes, and they're
happen?
Looking for their corporate jobs where they can do a lot of pro bono work. And they're fighting. They're boycotting firms who serve big tobacco, and they're trying to fit this square peg into a round hole. And that's where we are.